Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to Storyman 225, where we break down the biggest moments in hip-hop. And today, we gotta talk about something major. We gotta talk about Drake. Yeah, the Drake, Aubrey Graham, the biggest rapper of the last decade. But lately, things ain't looking so good for the sixth god. Drake, the biggest rapper of the last decade, is facing some serious problems. For years, he was untouchable. It didn't matter who sent shots, what rumors surfaced, or how many times people said he was falling off. He always bounced back. But in 2024, it's different. Let's start from the very beginning. Drake, born Aubrey Drake Graham on October 24th, 1986, in Toronto, Canada, had anything but an easy rise to the top. Growing up in a biracial household, with his father, Dennis Graham, an African-American drummer from Memphis, and his mother, Sandy Graham, a Jewish-Canadian teacher, Drake experienced both cultural richness and personal struggles. After his parents divorced when he was 5, he was raised primarily by his mother in a middle-class neighborhood, but financial hardships often loomed. His first taste of the spotlight came not from music, but from acting. He landed a role as Jimmy Brooks on Degrassi, The Next Generation, a Canadian teen drama. But while acting provided a paycheck, music was his true passion. Inspired by artists like Jay-Z and Lil Wayne, Drake began releasing mixtapes, starting with Room for Improvement in 2006, followed by Comeback Season in 2007, which introduced the world to his smooth, melodic flow and introspective lyrics. However, it was so far gone in 2009 that truly changed everything. Songs like Best I Ever Had and successful showcase his ability to blend rap and Randy B effortlessly, catching the attention of Lil Wayne and landing him a deal with Young Money Entertainment. But Drake still had to prove himself. Many questioned if an actor-turned-rapper could survive in the cutthroat hip-hop industry. He responded by dropping Thank Me Later in 2010, then Take Care in 2011, solidifying himself as a generational talent. Over the years, he battled industry doubters, survived rap beefs, and became the biggest-selling rapper of his era, proving that a kid from Toronto could dominate a genre once dominated by American legends. The accusations about him having questionable relationships with underage girls are resurfacing. The industry is turning against him, with producers like Metro Boomin and artists like Rick Ross making it clear they're not rocking with Drake anymore. And his ongoing war with Kendrick Lamar, it's the biggest rap beef we've seen in years, one that's making Drake look more vulnerable than ever. So, how did we get here? How did the Drake go from the king of the charts to a rapper whose legacy is now being questioned? Let's break it all down. Part 1, the accusations. First things first, let's talk about the accusations. Now, this is not a new conversation. Drake has faced scrutiny over his relationships with younger women for years. But in 2024, these allegations are resurfacing, partly because his enemies are bringing them up, and partly because the internet never forgets. Let's go back to 2018. Millie Bobby Brown, the child star from Stranger Things, did an interview saying she and Drake text all the time. She was 14 years old at the time, and she claimed Drake was giving her boy advice. The internet was like, hold up, why is a 30-something-year-old man texting a teenage girl about dating? Then there's Billie Eilish. She mentioned in a 2019 interview that Drake had been texting her, too, when she was 17. Again, Billie didn't say anything bad, but people started asking, why does Drake keep in contact with young female celebrities? And we can't forget about Bella Harris. The model was 17 when rumors surfaced that she was dating Drake back in 2018. Reports even said he rented out a restaurant for a private dinner with her. Now, let's be clear, Drake has never been charged with anything. But in 2024, when his enemies are actively trying to tear him down, these accusations are resurfacing at the worst possible time. Kendrick Lamar's diss tracks? They heavily hint at Drake having secrets he doesn't want exposed. And the internet is starting to put 2 and 2 together. Part 2, Metro Boomin, and the industry turning against Drake. If the accusations weren't bad enough, Drake is also facing problems inside the industry. one of the biggest producers in the game, Metro Boomin, is openly anti-Drake at this point. It started with Metro making sneaky comments, like when he tweeted, "Real music is making a comeback," right after Drake dropped for all the dogs. Fans instantly thought Metro was saying Drake's music was falling off. But things got real when Metro aligned himself with Kendrick Lamar, Drake's biggest enemy right now. Metro didn't just call Kendrick the greatest rapper of all time. He took it a step further, saying he refuses to work with artists who use ghostwriters. Now, if you've been following hip-hop for a while, you know what that means. Metro was clearly taking a shot at Drake, whose ghostwriting accusations have followed him since the Meek Mill beef in 2015. And it's not just Metro. Rick Ross, a longtime Drake collaborator, recently dropped a diss track aimed at him. The Weeknd, who used to be part of OVO, has distanced himself from Drake completely. Even Lil Yachty, one of Drake's closest friends in the industry, has been real quiet during this Kendrick beef. Drake is losing allies fast. Part 3, the war with Kendrick Lamar, Drake's biggest threat yet. And then there's Kendrick Lamar. This isn't just a rap beef, this is a career-threatening war. Drake and Kendrick have been throwing subliminals for years, but in 2024, it's no longer subliminal. Drake dropped push-ups, coming at Kendrick's status in the game. Kendrick responded with Euphoria, one of the most disrespectful diss tracks we've ever heard. He didn't just question Drake's legacy, he questioned his character, calling him fake, industry-made, and hinting that he's hiding something major. Then Drake dropped Family Matters, where he went personal. He accused Kendrick of having family problems and hinted at issues with his wife. But Kendrick? He came back even harder with Meet the Grahams, a track that wasn't just about rap. It was about Drake as a man. He accused Drake of hiding a secret family. He said Drake is an industry plant. And worst of all, he directly brought up the underage girl accusations, making it clear that this is where the battle is heading. This beef isn't over. But right now, a lot of people think Kendrick is winning. So, is this really the beginning of Drake's downfall? The numbers are still there. He's still selling records. But the respect, the untouchable aura, that's fading. He's got accusations resurfacing. The industry is turning on him. And his beef with Kendrick Lamar is exposing his biggest weaknesses. Drake has survived everything before. But this time, the storm might be too strong. What do y'all think? Is Drake done for or will he bounce back? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into hip-hop's biggest story.